The morning sun shone softly over the bustling city as Ava Thomas adjusted her thrift store blazer in the reflection of the glass building towering in front of her. She took a deep breath and smoothed her resume with trembling fingers. It was her final interview, the one she had been preparing for over the past 3 months. Her father had passed away, her mother was chronically ill, and her part-time job at the grocery store barely paid the rent. Everyone around her wore suits that probably cost more than her entire wardrobe. A mop bucket had tipped over, spilling soapy water across the glossy floor. He looked to be in his late 50s with weathered hands and sweat on his brow. As people stepped around him, grimacing or rolling their eyes, Ava instinctively stood. She checked in with the receptionist and sat nervously on the edge of a sleek leather couch. Yet here she stood at the doorstep of one of the most prestigious firms in the city, Wexler and Hartwell Consulting. She had graduated at the top of her business class, but life had not been kind to her afterward. Inside the lobby, polished marble floors stretched beneath her modest flats. Just then, she noticed a janitor struggling with a cleaning cart. She walked over, knelt down, and helped him right the bucket. I may not have years of experience, but I am hardworking, curious, and committed to learning. Let me hold this steady, she said kindly, grabbing a nearby towel to wipe the spill. You wrote here that you worked part-time while studying full-time. The interview continued for about 30 minutes. Ava held her composure even when asked complex business case scenarios. She knew she had done well, but not perfectly. I kept a strict schedule and always reminded myself what I was working toward. How did you manage your time? The janitor looked surprised. Most folks just walked past. He walked in casually and sat at the head of the table. Ava smiled. Well, everyone needs a hand sometimes. As in Daniel Wexler, ***, the founder and CEO of the company. 3 interviewers greeted her politely, each with a copy of her resume in front of them. You are Ava Thomas? The lead interviewer, Miss Carol Mason, was stern but professional. Once the floor was clean, the janitor gave her a warm nod. Thank you, young lady. That was mighty kind of you. Ava returned to her seat, unaware that hidden cameras had captured every moment and someone was watching from the 20th floor. Do you know who that janitor was? My mother always told me that kindness does not cost anything and one should never be too proud to serve. 20 minutes later, she was ushered into a spacious conference room with floor-to-ceiling windows. You had no idea, and yet you chose to help. Many before you did not. You showed something today that goes beyond your resume. After the formal introductions, Carol began with routine questions. Why do you want to work here? Ava answered with honesty, because this firm has a reputation for excellence, and I believe I can contribute to that. You helped our janitor this morning. The second interviewer, Mr. Jones, leaned forward. He was doing something we call character screening. He volunteered to play the part to observe how candidates behave before their interviews. Ava replied, it was not easy, but when you grow up in a household where every dollar counts, you learn to manage priorities quickly. They nodded, scribbling notes. Just as Carol closed the folder and said, thank you for coming, we will be in touch, the door opened. A tall man entered, wearing a gray vest over a white shirt, no tie, and rolled up sleeves. Sorry to interrupt, he said. I just need 5 minutes. Carol blinked. Of course, Mr. Wexler. Ava's heart skipped a beat. Asterisk, Mr. Wexler. He turned to Ava with a calm but curious gaze. She nodded quickly. Yes, sir. I saw the footage, he said. Ava blushed. Yes, he needed help. He smiled slightly. Do you often help strangers? If I can, then yes, she answered honestly. Mr. Wexler leaned back, folding his arms. She frowned. No, sir, he smiled. His name is Walter. He has worked here for 15 years. But today, he was not acting as a janitor. Ava's eyes widened. I had no idea. That is exactly the point, said Mr. Wexler. The other interviewers exchanged surprised glances. Mr. Wexler continued, our firm does not only look for credentials, we value character, initiative, and humility. Skills can be taught, integrity cannot. Ava swallowed hard, stunned. I would like to offer you the position right now, he said. Not as an intern. As a junior associate, Ava felt her breath catch. Sir, are you sure? He nodded. I am. Your responses were thoughtful, and your instinct to help a stranger speaks volumes. We need more people like that in this company. She stood, bowing slightly. Thank you, Mr. Wexler. I promise I will not let you down. I know you will not, he said with a smile. The next week, Ava started her new role. She was given a small desk on the 15th floor with a computer and an overflowing inbox. Her first day was spent meeting her team, attending onboarding sessions, and reviewing client files. She was nervous but determined. Walter, the janitor turned character evaluator, stopped by her desk during lunch. You did well, kid, he said with a wink. You would be surprised how many folks failed that simple test. She grinned. Thank you, I just did what felt right. She worked hard, asked insightful questions, and treated everyone from interns to executives with equal respect. Walter nodded. That is exactly why you are here. Over the following months, Ava proved to be everything the company had hoped for. One afternoon, she stayed late to finish a report. Mr. Wexler passed by and paused. You are still here? He asked. You remind me of someone, he said after a moment. I wanted to get ahead for tomorrow's meeting, she said. I built this company from scratch, but I never forgot where I came from. It shows in how you run the company. People here feel seen, people who understand people. He walked in. Who? Employees would often say, she is the one who remembers your name and your story. My younger self, he said, smiling. I came from nothing too. My parents were factory workers. Ava nodded. A man pretending to be a janitor dropped a mop bucket. I helped him without knowing he was testing me. That small act changed the direction of my life. I am here because someone believed that kindness was a strength. Mr. Wexler taught us that character is the foundation of leadership, and I intend to carry that lesson forward. He regarded her for a moment. I plan to retire in a few years. I am already watching for future leaders, Ava blinked. That is a long way from now. Time flies, he said. And if you continue this way, do not be surprised if you are the one making hiring decisions someday. Years passed. Ava climbed the ranks first as associate, then senior analyst, then team lead. She introduced new mentorship programs, improved workplace communication strategies, and started a volunteer initiative for underprivileged youth. Thank you for being part of that moment. She became known not only for her work ethic, but for her compassion. Eventually, when Mr. Wexler did retire, Ava was invited to speak at his farewell gala. I have seen many come and go. You were different? I saw it right away. She stood before hundreds of employees, clients, and executives. Her voice was steady as she began. Some years ago, I walked into this building nervous, hungry, and unsure if I belonged. She paused. Today, I do not stand here because I was the smartest or the most experienced. That the small choices we make, the unseen moments of decency, often matter the most. Applause filled the room. After the gala, Walter approached her. Do you remember that morning in the lobby? He asked. I do. She smiled. It still feels like yesterday. He chuckled. Ava placed a hand on his shoulder. He nodded. Keep making us proud. And she did. Ava never forgot where she came from. And whenever new candidates arrived for interviews, she would often stroll through the lobby, not as a test, but as a reminder. because sometimes helping a janitor is not just the right thing to do. It is the beginning of everything